Hey, what's up? It's JJ the Lonely Bull in Asia, back in my condo in Bangkok, Thailand. Just back from my trip to Da Nang. I was there almost a month, about, I guess, 24 days. And it was a lot of fun. I always like going to Da Nang, but I always like coming back here to Bangkok now. And thanks for coming on board this morning. We're going to talk about Da Nang, my final thoughts about the city itself. What's it like? What's there to do? Anything on your mind too? And yesterday I signed up for my Thai language courses, so I'll be going back to school here in a couple of months. So we can talk a little bit about that too, if you'd like. Anything else that's on your mind? Let me know if I'm coming in okay, and audio and video and all that good stuff. So Geo is up and at it. Good morning, Geo. Thanks for coming on board. By the way, if anybody wants to join me on the chat, I've got the link right here in the chat. So you can hop on anytime you want. And if you've got something to share, and just I only ask one thing, just make sure you're civil and not a troll. And I've probably opened everything up for that now. And you have to show your face. You can't be a faceless guest. So, but yeah, I'll invite all guests to come on board. So anyway, so yeah, got back on Friday afternoon and flew into DMK, which is the old airport, Don Muang Airport, which is up north. So it took me about 2 hours to get home from DMK. So it was quite a journey. I took the trains. So you get on the red line. So when you leave DMK, you have to actually leave the airport, and it's about a 15-minute walk to get to the train station. And then you go in, you buy your ticket. It's only or token. It's only like 20 baht, which is like 60 cents. And then I took the train to Bang Sue, which is the big terminal station, and then I got on the blue line, I believe it was the MRT blue line, and that took me to Sukhumvit, which is where Terminal 21 is, right there on Sukhumvit Road, Asok. And then from there, I hopped on the green line, took that from Asok down to Samrong, and got off there. That's way south, and then got on the MRT yellow line, the monorail, and one stop to Tipawat, and got off there. And my condo's right here. So, so about 2 hour trip. So the riding the trains to get home from Don Muang took longer than the actual flight from Vietnam, Da Nang, Vietnam to Bangkok. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But it was a cheap flight, $45. I probably could have flown into Suvarnabhumi, which is close to where I am, and it would only probably been a 40-minute, 50-minute train ride from there. But I just figured I would save some money on the flight home and take a little longer ride. I was in no hurry, so it was fine. Trains run great here. They're always on time and never have a problem with that. So that's kind of a cool thing. So what's on everybody's mind? I assume the audio and everything's good. Let's see. Simply Social says, hey, JJ, hey, Simply Social. You have a question? Yeah, go ahead. What's your question? Travis is on board. Good morning, Travis from Bangkok. Let's see. Says, I am in Denison, Texas. My lease is up on September 29th. Rent is going up to $200 a month, up $200 a month. I was going to say, if you're only paying $200 a month, that's not bad in Denison, Texas. $200 a month more. Okay. Getting ready to get my Social Security in October of 2025. Should I stick around to make sure my check goes through okay? All right. So I'll tell you what my experience was. I was here when I retired. I was living in the Philippines in BGC, Bonifacio Global City, when I retired. And so I did everything online and overseas, and I had no problem. So, and they still, I have a bank account back in the US. So they put that money in. My Social Security goes in every, like the third of every month. They deposit it direct into my account. And then I transfer money out as I need it overseas here. Right. So I've never had a problem with it. I had one problem the first year because what I didn't know is every year they send you this form. I think it's I don't remember the number on the form. You'll have to look it up. But basically, it's you could call it a proof of life or call it a verify your address type thing. But they send you this form and you have to send it back in. Well, I moved in October of, actually, hang on. I moved in July of 2023, and I didn't get I left before the form came in the mail because they mailed it right to my Philippines address. Well, I moved before, so I never got it. And then I moved into a new place in October of 2023. I think it was 2023. Yeah. Yeah, 2023. And never got the thing. So January comes and they suspended my Social Security income. And I didn't realize it until I just randomly went online and looked at my thing. Oh, I know what it was. It was like the day after I was supposed to get paid, I didn't get any money in my account. And I'm thinking, that's strange. So I look it up online and it says suspended. I'm going, what the heck? So I contacted Social Security, finally figured out that I needed to fill out that form that shows every year you have to fill that out. Shows that where you're living, what your address is. Basically, it's kind of a proof of life thing. So I did that and I sent it after a few calls to the embassy, to wherever anybody I can get a hold of, because at the embassy, they've got a Social Security. This is in the Philippines. They have a Social Security department there, right? So you can call them locally in Manila and talk to them and get anything figured out that you can, right? Well, their hours are odd. I think they're open from 8 to 11 Tuesdays and Thursdays. So 6 hours a week. That's it. And then when you call in those time frames, it goes right to voicemail. And then you can't leave a voicemail. It doesn't allow you to leave a voicemail. So I finally got a hold of somebody in another department at the embassy, and this guy, I can't remember the department he was in. It was that department that if you are indigent and you're needing to get back to the U.S. and you have no means to do it, that's the department. I can't remember the name of it, but I contacted a guy and told him what my dilemma was, and he was able to give me the information I needed as far as where to mail this form. So what I did was I mailed one to the embassy, and I mailed a copy to the Social Security office in, I believe it was Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. But there's two addresses in Wilkes-Barre or Wilkes-Barre, or however you pronounce it. And I wasn't sure which one. So I figured out which one it was. And so I sent it express, and it cost me about $100 and some to send it overnight, basically. But I was able to do that, and they reestablished my account. And so the next month, so I didn't get paid on that February because you're a month behind. So they suspended my payments starting in January. So that whole January payment didn't go through. So in February I didn't get a payment. So when I got it back opened up in March, I got two payments. So I got paid in arrears. So it all worked out okay, but I learned my lesson the hard way. And now I know that I'll just go online and print that form out and mail it in early. So, and I'll have to do it again this year in October. And my plan is to move from this place to a new place. And I'll have a new address, so I'll have to fill all that stuff out. But I don't have any experience as far as filing in the States. I filed here, and other than that little glitch, everything has been smooth as silk, and it's been really good. So Simply Social. I hope that answers your question. It's a long answer, but I thought it was an interesting story. So, and a lot of people might run into that same problem. So hopefully, I can make you aware of those things. Let's see. Okay, rent is going crazy too. My friend lives in Durant, Oklahoma, and is just making it. Yeah, it's nuts. I heard. I saw a video the other day about utility bills going way up. I thought that was crazy high too. Do you use a mail forwarding address also? Do you think making home base Vietnam and go back and forth to Thailand? Okay, so that was my original plan. I don't. I have a home base. I use my cousin's address back in Nebraska, so that's where all my mail sent. And um, thank my cousin and his live-in longtime girlfriend. They are super nice about taking care of all my mail that comes in and weeding out the trash from the important stuff. So thank thank thankful for that. I know you can get those mailboxes that you can get things sent to you, and then if anything's important, you can have it mailed to you. But there's an extra charge in that. Um, but yeah, so my original thought when I left the Philippines back in October of last year, I was going to have two locations. I was going to have Thailand and Da Nang, Vietnam. So living in Bangkok and living in Da Nang, Vietnam. So I rented two places. I rented this place and I rented an apartment in Da Nang. And my plan was to live 90 days or 3 months at a time in each place and just bounce back and forth for the year. So easy peasy, right? Well, I messed up on the, I messed up on the timing because I went to Vietnam in December, and I was there December, February, March, basically, and it was cold and rainy every day and windy. So it was nice. It was a really nice reprieve from the heat to begin with. So that was a nice little change of pace. But after a while, it got really depressing because it's like, I want to go on the beach, but it's raining again and it's cloudy and it's just miserable. And so I left in January. I came back here to Bangkok in January, and I was here for about a month. And then I thought, okay, so now it's February, 1st of February. I'm thinking rainy season's got to be over there in Da Nang. So I went back to Da Nang, and no, it's still rainy. So I was there until March, and then I moved. And then I went to the Philippines for 2 months, almost 3 months, to renew my passport. Um, and I thought, you know what, I just need one place. So I let my lease expire in Da Nang, and I came here, and so now I'm here permanent. So, but you got to come here, Simply Social. Come here and check all these places out. Live for a time in each place to see if you like it or not, and find the place that's right for you. And you can really make it work by having a home base and travel. It's so cheap to travel all over Southeast Asia. Like my trip to Da Nang round trip was $90. So that's super, super cheap. Let's see. Food in the States is terrible. Even fast food is about $20. A regular man's haircut is 26. And of every business expects a tip on a credit card. Yeah, I know. That's the one nice thing about here. They don't expect tips. I mean, it's nice to tip. I usually, like if I'm here in Bangkok, if I get change and I got the coins, the the highest coin is 10 baht. That's 30 cents. So if I get coins, I'll give them coins. So I don't carry a lot of coins in my pocket. In Da Nang in Vietnam, they don't have coin currency. It's all paper, but their lowest is 1,000 dong, which is 4 cents. So it's so weird to think you got a currency that's only worth 4 cents. So I tip a lot of that stuff, the thousands and the 5,000s and the 10,000s, because then it's only between 4 cents and 40 cents. So whatever. But yeah, it's not expected. You don't have to tip. It's not one of those things that are expected of you. Haircuts here, so I can go right down here across the street to a local barber, and it's 150 baht, I think. So $4.50, something like that, less than $5. So you can get really cheap haircuts around here, and of course the food is super cheap. The street food is really good. Are you still going to school to learn it? Yes, I am. So let's get into that. So I got back Friday, right? So I messaged the school that I wanted to attend classes at, the Thai language school, and they messaged me back and said, I go, I'm ready to enroll. So they messaged me back and they said, can you come in Saturday? First she asked, how long have you got left on your visa? And I just got back, so I'm good until October 20th, so 60 days. And she goes, can you come in tomorrow? So I went, and that was yesterday. So I went in yesterday, and I was only going to do, here was my plan, my final plan. I was going to do 3 months instead of the 8 months or the 14 months. My plan was to do level 1 only, just in case I totally sucked at it and it wasn't going to work out. I was just going to do 3 months. Well, I get there and they go, well, we don't have that plan. You've got to do level 1 and 2 together. That's the minimum. And that's an 8-month plan. So I went with that instead of the 14-month, which is level 1, 2, and 3. So I went with the 8-month plan. It was 25,200 baht for the cost for the classes, for the enrollment, for getting the visa changed over to an education visa, getting that approved, and for the books and the textbooks, which right here, this is my textbooks, both of them, level 1 and level 2. So, so I got that signed up, and the only thing it doesn't pay is the actual cost for the visa extensions. So I will be paying once I get registered and ready for class. I will have to pay to have my visa changed over to an education visa, and that cost is 2,000 baht, which is about $60. And then in 3 months, I will have to extend that visa. You have to extend it every 90 days. So in 3 months, I'll extend it. That's 1,900 baht every time you extend. So that's about $55, something around there. So in that 8 months, I'll extend twice. So 1 enrollment and 2 extensions. So that whole cost will be about $170 total for visa extensions, in addition to the 25,000 baht I paid. And I paid it yesterday, and I go, can I use my card? She goes, yeah. So she sent me a link, and I filled out all the information, and my card, it wouldn't accept it. I tried it 3 times, wouldn't accept it. It's like, oh crap, now what? So I thought, you know what? I'll try Wise again. I've been having trouble with the Wise account. So I got on and I did the Wise thing, and it went through. So I'm good to go. I'm signed up. It'll be about, she said, 6 to 8 weeks to get get everything changed over to an education visa and get me enrolled. And then she will send me my schedule. Now, the schedule is it's 6 days a week, but you only have to go 4 of those 6 days, and it's 2 hours each day. And they've got 4 classes. They've got one that starts at 8:30, goes to 10:30, one from 10:30 to 12:30, then one from 1:30 to 3:30, and then 3:30 to 5:30. So she will send me my schedule, and I'm thinking, okay, so I'm going to be basically here in Thailand for 8 months, probably not going to travel, not going to be able to travel. But if I only have to go 4 days out of the week, there might be a time where I can go Monday through Thursday, and then take Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and maybe Tuesday off the next week, and go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday that next week. And I'll have 5 days I can do a little traveling out of the country if I want to. Maybe go to Kuala Lumpur or something like that. I don't know. We'll see, because every time you leave the country, you have to re-register when you come back, and that's another 2,000 baht, I think, to re-register for your education visa. So I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I want to move from this condo to a bigger condo, so there's going to be more expenses coming up, and I spent a lot of money in Da Nang over the last 3.5 weeks. So I'm a little stretched for cash flow right now. I've got to keep things in mind here. Is the retirement visa still the best one if you are 62 years old? Someone said that the price of the visa has gone up. In the Philippines, it has. I think the retirement visa, the amount of money you have to put into a bank account in the Philippines has gone up. It's still the same here. You pay. So here's another thing. So 800,000, if you want to retire, if you're over 50, you want to retire in Thailand, get a retirement visa, just a regular retirement visa, you have to deposit 800,000 baht into a Thai bank account. Or just show you have you've got at least $65,000 going into your bank account. 65,000 baht, I'm sorry, going into your bank account every month for the last 12 months. Well, the problem with that is it used to be, I guess, the U.S. Embassy used to give a letter of certification that showed that you were getting that amount of money put into your bank account every month for the last 12 months, but they don't do that anymore. So there's no way to the Thai government, immigration, does not accept any other form of certification as far as your bank account. So that is off the table if you're a U.S. citizen, and then some other Western countries are the same way. So your only option would be the 800,000. That's the second reason why I did the education visa, because one, I wanted to learn Thai. So this is the best way to do it. And by getting an education visa, I'm learning Thai. The education visa is non-immigrant, so I'm eligible to open up a bank account. So I'll open up a bank account, and when my 8 months is up, I'll go to level 3. And if she told me, if you're uncomfortable going to level 3, you can retake level 2. So I'll either do level 3 or level 2 again for another 6 months. So that is a total of 14 months. That'll be on an education visa. So I'll open that bank account and I'll start transferring 65,000 minimum baht each month into that bank account. And then when my education visa is done, I'll just transfer that and I'll apply for a retirement visa. And I can show my proof of 12 months depositing 65,000 baht into a Thai bank account. That's my plan. We'll see how it works. I'll keep you posted. Because you never know. Here in Southeast Asia, things can change on a daily basis. So I keep seeing these short vids on the king and queen, and I don't know if I can say this. The queen is so pretty, it is hard to take your eyes off her. Okay. I don't know. They've got the pictures of the royalty everywhere here. Everywhere you go, they've got the pictures. I know you did not spend a lot with Will. He is cheap. Yeah. Actually, I took him and Fluffy. So Will is, if you don't know, Will is a YouTuber in Da Nang, and his Will Travels is his YouTube channel, and he's American, and he's got a Filipina girlfriend, and they live in Da Nang basically, but there's no real retirement visa. He's not old enough to retire anyway. He's like 40 something years old, but he lives there on a tourist visa, and every 90 days he has to do a visa run. So his whole channel is living on a budget. I mean, we're talking $700 a month US budget. That's his expenses. That's his budget. So that's his whole channel is talking about, eating 20,000 uh, dong banh mi sandwiches. That's 80 cents, eating food for $1. So I took him and Fluffy out when I first got there, took them out to dinner. We went and ate at a Thai restaurant there. But they're super nice people. And they've become good friends of mine. So I like Will. He is funny, real analytical with prices. Yeah, he is. He'll tell you every time you talk to him. He'll tell you exactly how much he spends on everything. So, but anyway, so let's get back to the. So I looked at. Here's the thing, and I've talked about this before. Everywhere I looked online, it's told me if you're over 50 years old, you don't qualify for an education visa here in Thailand. So I just poo-pooed the idea of ever doing an education visa. I still wanted to learn the language. So when I started checking with these schools, I would just ask them randomly, "Oh, can I get an education visa?" And 4 schools, I checked 4 different schools, and every one of them, all 4 schools said, "Yes, you can get an education visa." I go, "Even at my age?" And they go, "Yes." So here's the 4 schools I went and looked it up. AAA language, and you can look these up if you like. So AAA language, the Knowledge Language School, Sandy School of Thai Language, and actually I looked into 5 schools. ALA Language School and Pro Language School. And a friend of mine, that last one, that Pro Language School, a friend of mine, he's Irish. He lives here in Bangkok, and he's currently going to school at that school. So, um, but I like the Sandy School of Thai language, and they also have a Muay Thai class too. So when I went and toured the place yesterday, so the administration office it's over by, if you're familiar with at all with Bangkok, Sukhumvit Road runs basically north and south. I mean, it winds around a little bit, but it's basically north and south. And where the Asok BTS station is, that's where Terminal 21 is. That's basically the center of Bangkok. I mean, basically, that's where probably the busiest area. Well, you get off there and you take the MRT, which is the subway, and you take that 2 stops to Rama 9. So, and Central Rama 9 is another big mall, and the MRT stops right underneath Rama 9 Mall. So you come up and you leave Rama 9, and you're on that road, which is Rama 9 Road, and you take a right from the mall, and you walk it's about 6 blocks, and you take another right, and you go down this little street, and there's this little sign that says Sandy School of Thai Language. And you walk in, and it's just this kind of rundown, little tiny little office area. And I'm thinking, I wonder what the classrooms look like. So I said, "Can I look at the classrooms?" So it's like, yeah, the classrooms are across the street in this other building, and I can't remember the name of the building now. It's a big office building, I think. So we went there and went up to the 4th floor, and the class, I mean, it's really nice. There's like 4 or 5 different classrooms, and the maximum size is 30 students. I asked what the average was, and they said around 15 students per class. So it's like, that's perfect. But it's really nice. They got like 4 or 5 different classes. And then across the hall is their Muay Thai classes, their gym, which is really neat. They got this big Muay Thai ring and all this stuff, and all the workout facilities and stuff. So it's like, man, okay, maybe after I get done with my language, I'll take Muay Thai if I can still walk at that age, right? But it's really neat. It's a really nice school, and so I'm super excited. But I thought when I first started looking into going to school, I thought, level one would be good. I'll start learning how to speak and understand Thai. Level two, maybe there's a little writing involved in reading. Level three is probably more advanced. No, it doesn't work that way. In level one, you start right off the bat learning how to read and write Thai. So the first, I mean, this is the first lesson, Thai consonants. There are 42 consonants in the Thai language. And then, if that's not enough for you, then you've got the vowels. The vowels, there are 34 vowels. So there's 76, something like that, 76 characters in the Thai alphabet. And they're not like letters in the traditional sense that we think of. They're characters. So like this first one is neat. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't know if you can see that there. But see that, it looks like a bird head, and it's chicken. so that character means chicken. So I'll just have to learn how to. I'll be able to read that. I'll see that character and I'll say, "Oh, it's chicken," but I'll have to read, see how you pronounce it. So the pronunciations and stuff. So that's going to be interesting to see if I can handle all of that. So, but I'm excited about it. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. Can of Beans says, you pop into some of the temples and sit, very quiet and peaceful, good place to meditate for a bit. Yeah, absolutely. I do love going to the temples here. It's so, the culture, the Buddhist culture here is really neat, or the Buddhist culture overall is really neat. I just think it's so peaceful and meditating, and it's almost cathartic, and I just really enjoy going to the temples. But you have to be very respectful. That's the main thing. Be respectful of the culture. Martin Balagat says, I have an English language student who is Russian taking Thai language classes, and he has become good at speaking Thai only after a few months of taking classes. Yeah, so my Irish friend, he's only been at it a few months, maybe 4, 5, maybe. I think he started back. I don't remember when he started. Maybe he's been at it a little longer than that, but he'll come in, we'll meet at a pub or something, and he'll order food or drink or whatever, and he'll speak to the waitress in Thai, and it sounds like he's been doing it all his life. I mean, he's gotten really good at it. So I'm impressed. So hopefully I can get to that point. Take some Muay Thai. Yeah, I might. I don't know if my body holds up, I might try that. Will you learn how to speak and write? Oh no, yeah, that's my plan. But basically, I'm not so much into writing it, but if I can read, so I read street signs, read menus, and things like that, that'll be good. And then just speak, just have a conversation with a local Thai. That would be really cool to be able to do that. A Westerner has a better chance of winning the Powerball lottery than learning Thai. Well, maybe I'll buy a ticket and I'll succeed in one or the other. Huh? I'm still trying to figure out why you picked Thailand as your home base rather than the Philippines. I lived in the Philippines for 3 years. I loved the Philippines, but it got to be a little too much. There's just so I lived in BGC, which is Bonifacio Global City, which is a smart city. It's very westernized and very modern, which was great, very walkable. It's a small area. You can walk anywhere in under 20 minutes. But it got too small, and it was too much of a hassle to get outside of there to travel anywhere else in Metro Manila, let alone any other island in the Philippines. It got expensive to travel, and it got just hard time to get around. So it just got too small for me, and I've had people say, "Well, why don't you live somewhere else in the Philippines?" and I like the conveniences of the modern city. I I'm not a countryside person. I don't want to live in the provinces. I have nothing against that, but for people who do like that, but that's just not for me. And I just decided that BGC was the best that the Philippines has to offer as far as what I'm looking for. So why would I move anywhere else in the Philippines? And I've been traveling to Bangkok and Thailand for the last 3 years while I was there in the Philippines. And I just loved it. Every time I come here, I just absolutely love Bangkok and I love Thailand. And I loved Vietnam and Da Nang too. So, but I decided on Bangkok because every time I leave, I miss it. And so this is just it just ended up being just the place I really wanted. And I just wanted to come here and wanted to make it work. The food is amazing. I love the food, love the culture. Um, Even in Bangkok here, you can find I'm paying $370 a month US for this condo here. So you can find um, inexpensive ways to live here. Street food is amazing. Can you hire a Buddhist like for 1 hour a week to teach you the culture and how to meditate? I don't know if I need a Buddhist. I don't think there's Buddhists for hire. I don't know if there are or not, but I could just learn the culture. I'm not changing religions. I'm Christian and I'm not changing religions, but it's great to understand different cultures, and I can read books on that. So video on your student visa process and how that works would be awesome. Yeah, Ken, I definitely am going to do a series of how that's going because until I see that stamp in my passport that says education visa, I'm still a little leery about that whole thing. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll do step by step process on how that goes. Hopefully, it'll be fun for people to watch. What are you going to do during burning season? That pollution can make you sick. Even in Bangkok, it can get very bad. I was here last burning season. It got for about a week. It got really bad. It got so bad that the government said you could ride the BTS and the MRT for free for that week to try to cut down on the amount of traffic and the pollution that the traffic causes. Um, it was bad. I mean, it doesn't affect me. It affects my eyes more than anything. Irritation, and I get burning eyes. A little bit of the respiratory thing, but you can, if it got too bad, I'll just take a 2 hour trip down to Pattaya or 3 hour trip to Hua Hin and hang out on the beach for a week until it clears up. Now, up in Chiang Mai and up north, it can get really bad for a couple of months. So you got to be aware of those things. Can you give me an estimate on how much your new apartment will be? I'm trying to figure out where to live. All right. So my budget that I've set for my apartment is 25,000 baht, which is about $750. That's the maximum I want to spend. The minimum size will be 40 square meters. I want something at least 40 square meters. It has to be at least one bedroom. Two bedroom would be great. So I can have a real studio instead of using my dining table here and living room area. But 40 square meters, and if it's one bedroom, a nice area for a studio, somewhere on Sukhumvit between Anut all the way on up to probably Siam. Um, Now I know when you get past Nana, you got Plonchit, Chitlom, and Siam. Those stops are pretty high end, but I might be able to find something nice. Now I did see a place that looked super nice for 22,000 baht, and it was in the RE area, which is farther north. I mean, it's pretty far north, but it's an up and coming area, that RE area, ARI. It's an up and coming area, and this place is like an apartment complex. I think it's low rise apartments, so it's not the high rise condominiums that you're familiar with. Um, but it's a little bit of a walk to the MRT. I think it was, or the BTS. I think it was about an 18-minute walk. So that's a little farther than I like, especially if it's hot out. You're walking for 18 minutes. Now I walk fast, so it'd probably be more like 15 minutes for me. But walking faster, I'll work up more of a sweat. So I'd almost have to take a change of clothes with me. So when I get to wherever I'm going, I can change clothes out of my wet clothes. But I want to check that place out now that I'm here. Um, Also, I'm thinking maybe instead of living there, maybe living closer to Asok, maybe like the Asok or Prompong or Tong Lo area off of Sukhumvit, or over closer toward Rama 9, closer to where my school is. Um, that would be more convenient, so I'm not traveling so much every day to go to school. But right now, I'm stuck in here until the end of October. I tried to get out of my lease early, but they wouldn't let me without losing my deposits. So it'll be October before I even start looking. Let's see. Verity Noob Wang says, "Are you retired?" Yes, I am. I am happily retired. I moved to the Philippines for work. I was working with a global company, working in the Philippines, making great money. I worked there for a year. My contract ended at the end of 2022. And instead of moving back to the US and slaving there and working till I'm 70, I decided I'm going to retire early and enjoy my life and never look back, never regretted it for 1 minute. So, yeah, I'm happily retired. Are you going to ever date in Thailand, or is that in the past? You know what? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not ruling anything out, but it's not a number one priority for me right now. Right now, my priority is to learn Thai and to enjoy living in Bangkok and living in Thailand, and to maybe ingrain myself into some of the local communities so I can just start hanging out with some Thai people, make friends and that sort of thing. That's my plan. So, but I'll never rule anything out. So you never know. I read an article today that said that the Thai government is going to flight within Thailand will be free. Oh, right. Yeah. Have you heard this? Yes, I have heard that for foreigners or expats flying. They're going to I think there's a limited amount. They've got a set amount of flights within Thailand for free, which would be fantastic, because I've got a couple of places that I haven't been yet that I would like to go. And if I can go fly there for free. Now, it's not that expensive. I mean, I can fly to these places for like $30, but $30, that's one night at a hotel. So that would be neat. I don't know the details on that yet, or how they're going to decide who gets to and who doesn't. But yeah, Simply Social, that would be pretty cool. Did you hook up with Gio before he went back to the Philippines? Will he live close to you? Yeah, I did. He and I got together. And Gio, if you're still on the chat, if you want to make any announcements, I won't make any announcements. But I'm not sure where he's going to be living, and I'm not sure where I'm going to be living. So as far as the second part of that question, I can't answer that. So I don't know. Your kids plan to come over and visit you? I've got a grown son, and he has no plans to come over here. So nah. So yeah, he's doing his own thing. So. You don't marry? I've been married twice, and I don't know if I'll marry again. I will never. I'll never say never, but right now I don't have any plans. I don't have a steady girlfriend, so how can I even think about marriage if I don't have a steady girlfriend? But if the right situation came along, and it might happen, but right now, not planning on it. So anyway, all right. Hey, we're all caught up with our chat. So let's talk about, well, here, hang on just a sec. We got one more here. Flights are like 350 to 400 one way there. The Philippines had them for 249. Okay, I'm not sure. I thought you were talking about the flights within Thailand being free. I did read about that, but I don't know what the 350 to 400. You talking about flying from the U.S. one way to the Philippines? Those are good prices. Stay single. Chugsy says stay single. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Single make people happier. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess what you're looking for depends. Depends what you're looking for. But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying my life, and I'm concentrating more on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to post more than normal. So when I do a video, I post it to my membership page. So if you haven't joined my membership page, feel free to do that. It's only 99 cents a month, and you get access to the videos before anybody else, at least 2 days, and then they go public. But yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm trying to post more often. I was doing like twice a week, and when I was in denying, all my friends weren't there anymore, so I had so much time. So I started posting like every other day. And it was kind of fun. Got kind of a little bit of addicting. So that was a lot of fun. No, this is separate. Yes, from US. Will was talking about it on his channel. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the price. I haven't priced anything going to or from the US for a long time. I can go on. I use Momondo.com to search for prices. So let's bring that up. I can show you. Let's say I wanted to travel from let's see, LA to Bangkok. LA to Bangkok. Let's do a one-way. Here, let me share the screen here, guys, so you can see what's going on. Sorry about that. Wasn't thinking. Okay. So this is the website I always choose. It's called Momondo.com, and there's a couple others that are similar to this. So we're going to go from LA to Bangkok one way. Let's set our departure. So when you bring up the dates, the green are the cheap flights, and the yellow are average, and the red are higher priced. So let's say I want to travel on the 23rd of September. Let's do that one. One adult, economy. And let's check it out. So this will show you the best flights, which are usually the quickest. You can do the quickest flights, or you can do the cheap flights. So look at this, $297, and it's only 22 hours. So that means it's probably only one stop. So let's $297. $297, and it's on Philippine Airlines. Take it for what it's worth. One stop. So you leave LAX, and you leave. So these cheaper flights, this is the red eye flight. So you're leaving at almost midnight, and you get into, but it's direct. You get into, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not direct. You fly into Manila first, 14 and a half hours or 15 hours. Get into Manila at 5:45 local time, and then you change planes. You got a 4-hour time to change planes, so that's plenty of time. That's a good amount. And then you fly out of Manila at 9:40 in the morning, and you get into Bangkok at 12:15. So that's a good price. $297 for a one-way ticket. So that's really good. I wonder why the prices have gone down so much. I have a feeling in December they'll go up around the holidays. So I wonder what it is to fly to Manila. If you wanted to fly to Manila, let's see. Let's see what that is. Flying to Manila is $297. So basically, you could fly to Bangkok for the same amount as you fly to Manila. $297. So, but this flight's let's see. Let's check out this flight here. You've got a so this is a crazy flight. Look at this. You're flying from LA, you're flying across the US to New Jersey, and then New Jersey, you gotta hop over to, you got a 10-hour layover in New Jersey. That'd be like a death sentence. 10 hours in Jersey. And then you fly into JFK, and then you change planes. Yeah, wait a minute. What is that? You fly out of JFK, and then you fly to Manila from there. 16 hours. That's crazy. That's why would you do that? Why would you fly across the US and then go back? That's nuts. Oh well. Anyway, if you're doing round trip, let's say you're doing a round trip ticket, and you want to find out, there's a couple of settings you can do here. So like this shows like maybe cheaper days you can look at and more expensive days. But let's say you want to do nonstop only, you want to change it to round trip. So let's do a round trip, and then you can change your dates here to exact departure date, or you can do plus or minus up to 3 days. So if you don't have any times that are, if it doesn't matter to you when you leave, you can change that to plus or minus 3 days going up and back. So that gives you a little more flexibility. So here's your flights here. So round trip, cheapest is, looks like $627. So that's pretty good. But then you have to look at each individual flight and where you're going, how many stops, how long your layovers are. And then up here, it's like, okay, so leaving on the 23rd, maybe I want to leave on the 22nd. Looks like a lot cheaper. But anyway, so that's that. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong, I shared the wrong page with you here. Let me go back. Let's see. Share the page. Is it this one? No, it's this one. There you go. All right. I'm a dummy. There's your flights here. So now you've got, here's your options. Here's all your flights. So $611 round trip. That's pretty cheap. I don't know why it's so cheap now. That's like pre-COVID. When I was first coming to the Philippines back in 2016, 2017, that's how cheap those flights were then. So I don't know why they're cheaper now, but anyway. Okay, let's get caught up with chat. Yes. Skyscanner. Yeah, I think Geo uses Skyscanner too, which is similar to Momondo.com, but I never had a problem with Momondo, and I just started using it when I first started flying international, and I've never stopped. It's always been good to me. I've always found great deals. You had some good Da Nang videos. Thanks, Can of Beans. Appreciate it. I've got, I think I've got one more coming out. Just my final thoughts on Da Nang, and I think that comes out tomorrow. Good morning, JJ. Hi, Phil. How are you doing? I'm heading back to visit family on the East Coast in the U.S. I have family in 3 different states, so it's about $3,000 for me just for the airfare. That's nuts. That's crazy. It's so expensive there. I can't imagine me ever going back to the U.S. to live unless something drastic happened in my life. Put in Philippines. Yeah. Okay. So I did the Philippines one. It's about the same price, but you got a lot of layovers and crazy, crazy trips. I'm in Los Angeles. We used to have Thai Air nonstop, but they got banned from the U.S. because of safety violations. But now all cleared. They are coming back. LA to Bangkok nonstop is the way to go. Nice. That would be really nice. Yeah. I flew on Thai Air Asia when I came back from Da Nang this past time. And when I went to Da Nang, I went via jet. So both the flights were super easy, super nice, on time. It was really nice. Can you accept? So we can see. Okay, I'm sorry. I messed up on that. I shared the wrong page. We'll explain why they're so cheap. Okay. Manila was what a dump. Well, outside of BGC and parts of Makati, there's some areas, there's some pockets in Metro Manila that are nice, but yeah, overall, it's kind of a mess. Brutal, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully, I got that all cleared up. Do I need to show evidence of accommodation for my last 30 days if I do my 90 days visa extension here in Bangkok? All right. So you, when you do your extension, there's 4 pages you have to fill out. And one of the pages, you have to put your address in there. So I don't think you don't have to show receipts or anything like that. So when I did my extension before I flew out of here when was that? In July. I didn't have to, when I did my extension, my 30-day extension, I didn't have to show any of that. Um, so yeah, you don't have to do any of that. Just fill out the information, wait in line, pay your fees, get your stamp, and you're good to go. They never ask any questions. Immigration open on the weekend? I don't think so, but I can't be sure. That's something you might have to Google to find out. I went on a weekday. I went like on a Monday or Tuesday, and it was busy. Are you in Bangkok chilling, or are you somewhere else? Because here's the problem I had. So I actually live outside of Bangkok. I'm just outside of the Bangkok border in a province called or district called Samut Prakan. And so when I did my extension, I went to the one office, the immigration office that does tourist visa extensions in the entire Bangkok. And I went there and I waited in line for 2 hours and got up there and they looked at my papers and they see that I live in Samut Prakan, and they said, you have to go to the immigration office in that district. And I didn't even know there was one there. So I was like, oh, crap. Are you kidding me? I waited in line. And it's way up north, the office. So it was like an hour and 15-minute train ride from my place up to there. Then you wait in line 2 hours. And I got in line right before lunch. I got there right at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And right before they left for lunch. And they said, oh, you have to go to the other immigration office. I go, really? And they go, well, do you know anybody in Bangkok who can use their address? I go, yeah. Then he goes, well, just put that address in. So I don't think they really care. So I contacted my friend. I said, what's your address? I need it really quick. So he gives me his address and I put that in. And of course, now they break for lunch. I had to wait for lunch wait for them to come back from lunch. So I sat there at that table. I wouldn't budge. I wanted to make sure I was the first one in line when they got back. And when he got back, he saw me and gave him my paperwork, and everything worked out fine after that point. But I was there another hour after that. But yeah, I don't think they care because I put in my friend's address. So Immigration is only open Monday to Friday, except for several Thai holidays. Right? Yeah, yeah. And they have a lot of Thai holidays, Buddhist holidays that government offices close. So that's what I thought too. I didn't think they were open on weekends. Um, yes, I've been staying in Ekamai and Prompong. I met you once in BGC after you hurt your hand. Oh, okay, right, okay. Yeah, look how it's healing. Not great, but I've got that's that's as far as I can bend my fingers now. I can't even make a fist, but it's better than it was a month ago. Better than it was yesterday, even. So slowly but surely, that's the work you get when you break your fingers in the Philippines. But the Ekamai, Prompong area, those are awesome areas. I like both those areas. So, all right, we're all caught up with chat. If you guys got any other questions that I can answer for you, we can talk more about Da Nang and my experiences there. Da Nang is very transient community. I think Vietnam overall is very transient because one, you don't have that retirement visa option. So everybody's pretty nomadic there, unless you're willing to be like Will and make those visa runs every 3 months, going to the border, going to Cambodia, 12-hour bus ride. I hate buses, so 12 hours on a bus just does not agree with me. I would rather spend a little more money and fly out and go to Bangkok or go to Kuala Lumpur or anywhere and fill out my e-visa online and wait 5 business days to get my e-visa emailed back to me and then come back. I would rather do that and spend the extra money than be on a bus for 12 hours every 3 months. That to me just does not sound like a fun day of events. But it is very transient. It's so the friends I made when I was there before, when I actually had an apartment, when I got back, they were all gone. All but one Australian friend of mine was gone, and no plans to come back in the immediate future. Now, I was lucky enough to get involved with a content creator community there, so I met some really good people through that, and they are all still there. So I was able to hook up, meet with them again, and so that was great. Um, but but as far as having things in common, the 3 of them that I was pretty close with, 2 of them are younger families, so they got kids, they do homeschool, or international school or whatever, and they do their content. That's what we have in common is we're all YouTubers. But aside from that, it's like they're busy with their family and their family routines and their stuff. And I'm a single dude, and an older guy. So it's nice to meet with them. And in fact, we had an outing a couple of days before I left, just the guys. So the husbands and Will and myself and a couple other guys I'd never met before. We all met. We went to this really cool new club called what was it called? Kala Beach Club, I think it's called. Anyways, really nice, right there on the beach, obviously, and a little pricey, but super nice. And my last video, the one that talks about you've been lied to about Vietnam. I'm walking in that. I'm at that club, and I apologize. I got a lot of trolls talking about how bad the music is and why it's there. I had to put music underneath because they were playing music at the club, and I didn't want to get a copyright hit. So I had to put some music underneath so it would drown out that music. So I apologize for that. But and then I thought, well, now I'm on the beach. I might as well. It just seems weird to stick music randomly. So I put music under the whole thing, and it seems like nobody liked it. So anyway, but I've got almost 1,500 views on it already in the last 2 days. So it's doing pretty well. But anyway, that's the beach club we were at. So I think You know, you can make it work as a family living in Da Nang. You can make it work if you bring sand to the beach, if you bring your own girlfriend. Um, that's good. It's a little harder to date there if you're coming there just to date. I There's probably better places in Southeast Asia to go. But Yeah, Da Nang's a neat place. I like it. It's so the beach is amazing. It's so beautiful, and you can eat. I'm going to do a budget report because I kind of overspent my intended budget for Da Nang, and so I thought about that. So I was at the coffee shop yesterday, and I did a video and just run down all my costs in living in Da Nang for the last 24 days, and I'll post that video. But I kind of overdid it, and but you don't have to. You can live like Will, you know, as cheap as Will, or you can live as high price as you want. They've got a steakhouse there, and you can get a tomahawk steak, big tomahawk steak, for like 1.5 million dong, which is about maybe it's not 1.5 million, maybe it's 1 million, but I can't remember. But it's a lot. It's a lot of money. I got a ribeye. No, I got a fillet, and it only cost me $22 for a fillet. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, where are we at here? Let's get caught up. Oh, got that. Okay, here we go. Are you staying in the same area when you get your education visa? Okay, so that's I'm here until the end of October. I couldn't get out of um, my lease early. I wanted to try. I had a thought that I might be able to, but I couldn't without losing my deposit. So at the end of October, I will move somewhere probably. I mean, I've got an area laid out where I want to live. It's got to be fairly close to a BTS or MRT train, anywhere from Anut on up to Siam or any points in between. Now that I've signed up for this Thai language class, that's over in Rama 9 area. So I'll be looking along that MRT there around Rama 9. Um, I think Phetchaburi, and the one right after that, Thailand Cultural Center. Those three stops. I'll be looking at condos in that area, and that would be a nice area too, because I think I can get bigger condos that are cheaper, probably a little newer, but still close to the MRT, where I can just hop on the MRT, and within 8 minutes I'll be right there at Terminal 21 on Sukhumvit. So, and then I'm within walking distance basically from my Thai language school. So that's my plan. What I wanted to do was, so back in March they had the earthquake here, right? And there's some damage here in my condo. It's all facial. It's all just the drywall got cracked. So I got a couple big cracks in my bedroom here, a couple in the kitchen, one down here. I think there's one up here on the ceiling. So they've been going from condo unit to condo unit and fixing these. And they messaged me last week and they said, "Hey, we're ready to come in and work on your condo." And I said, "Well," then they go, "We need you to move out and move into a spare condo while we do the repairs. And then when the repairs are done, you can move back in." So I'm thinking, this might be an opportunity to get out of my lease early. So I said, first of all, I said, "Well, I'm not there, so I can't move out." And they said, "Okay, well, when you come back, we'll schedule your time to get your repairs done." I go, "Okay." So I got back and I messaged them. I said, "Hey, instead of moving out 3 weeks later, move back in 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later, move out permanent because I'm leaving when my lease is up. Why don't you just let me out of my lease early? That way you can fix this condo. You don't have to use a spare condo for me. You can keep that open for somebody else or rent it or whatever. and just give me back my deposit. Well, they wouldn't do that. They said, no, if you leave early, you forfeit your deposit. So it's like, oh, crap. And I said, well, I really don't want to move out of here for 3 weeks and then move back in for a month and then move again. That's 3 moves in less than 2 months. I said, I really don't want to do that. Can I just, if you're not going to let me out of my lease early, can I just move to the spare unit and then just stay there until my lease is up? And they said, okay. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just staying until my lease is up, and which is technically November 4th, but I'll leave at the end of October. That's when I'll start looking for places. It's sometime in October, because they go pretty quick, especially the really nice ones. So I don't want to look too early and get my hopes up, and then they get snatched up real quick. But being here in Bangkok will be nice, because if I see something I like and it's available, I can go look at it that same day and plunk a deposit down if I like it. That way I've got it saved. Vietnam is much cheaper. Yeah, it's super cheap. Cheapest country I've ever been to. You can go to China, not hot in Yunnan, much cheaper than Thailand. Yeah, I've never been to China. I almost took a teaching job there back in 2016 in Shenzhen, but I turned it down. Took a job in Louisville, Kentucky instead. But I've always wanted to go. I want to go to Shanghai. I want to check that out. But I don't think I could live there. I don't think there's any options for a U.S. citizen to live long term in China as a retiree. I don't think there's any options for that. I haven't really looked into it. So let's see. I'm considering going to Nha Trang area for 6 months. Definitely will do a visa run by air, as the bus ride from there is like 20 hours long. Wow. I've heard Nha Trang is really nice, and Dalat. I think the next time I go to Vietnam, those 2 places will be on my list. I think that would be those 2 places I heard are really, really nice areas. You ever travel through some stunning scenery in the provinces in the Philippines and experience that nonstop burning they do? You ride through beautiful rice fields and jungles, roads, and breathe smoke. Yeah. Not to mention just the infrastructure there is kind of, I mean, you're basically on a bus, and the bus driver's probably been on 2 runs earlier that day of 6 hours each. So he's running on maybe 3 hours of sleep, and you're on these little cliffs and you're running out around the corner. So it can be a little hairy. Alhambra, Dave says, good morning, JJ. Nice glasses. Yeah. So my glasses broke. My reading glasses broke when I was in Da Nang. So I went out and got 2 more. I was able to drop the tripod. I was able to take the lenses out of my old glasses and put them in new frames here. So they're basically like the ones I had before. And then I bought these new ones. I think they're kind of cool. I don't know. I like them, but this is actually the first time I wore them. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Let's see. We're caught up with chat. We've been going 1:15 already, and we got 21 on, so that's good. We'll keep going. I'm still on my first cup of coffee. I've been talking a lot. I'm not used to talking so much because I've had guests the last 3 live streams I've had guests on. So, Gio, if you're watching, you want to get on, I send you the link. If he wants to, you want to do any announcements? Here, let me message him. Hang on just a second. I don't know if he's watching or not. Oops. All right. He's probably having breakfast or something. If anybody else wanted to get on, here's the link. My only stipulation is be kind, and you got to have your face on there. You can't just be a faceless guest. So, but there's the link if anybody wants to get on board. You're more than let's see, is this the right link? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so I did my budget of Da Nang. I did that video. I'll post that probably Wednesday, maybe something like that. And then I want to start doing my education visa video. I'll start giving you the rundown on my Thai language classes that I signed up for. If you missed that, the first part of the video, I signed up for Thai language classes, and there's my level 1 textbook. This is 3 months worth of classroom work, almost 4 months worth. So it'll be interesting. My first day back, I haven't been in school since 1991. I mean, in classes. I've been in school because I worked in schools, but yeah, 1991 was the last time. That's when I graduated college. So let's see. Let's get caught up here. What is Christian Filipino going to do now that bloggers Gio and you are leaving the Philippines? I don't do Christian Filipino, so, or Filipina or whatever. I don't have any sponsors right now. I have no sponsors. I have no collaborations. The only money I make is off of my AdSense, which is the ads that play on my YouTube videos, and any super chats or anything that you guys want to send me. In fact, I got a 5. I set a goal of 5 for super chats. I've never gotten more than 1 ever. I think I've only gotten 5 total since I've been in YouTube. So, but yeah, so I don't do the Christian Filipina. So you'll have to ask Gio about that, what he does, what he's going to do. I'm sure there's something else. Let's see. Visa, a big problem. Shanghai, just another big city in the world. Xinjiang has great view in summer, very chilling. I want to go to Hong Kong and check that out. That looks like a really cool place. And but that might not. That probably won't be till next year. New to streaming or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get 50. What is this? Did I accidentally put that on there? Yeah. Anyway, just gave StreamYard a free plug. East Asia has great ocean and beach. China don't have much beautiful beaches. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm a city guy anyway. I love the beach. I love the ocean and all that, but I could never live there. I just think I would take it for granted. Yeah, that would be something I would, that I like the cities. I like the city life. I like the vibrant convenience of the city. Hey, JJ, just Tweedledee today. Okay. Okay, Russ. Thanks for coming on board. Appreciate you. I always get asked, my content from now on is going to be pretty much 100% Thailand or Bangkok. I think I need to just concentrate on those, this area here. I may occasionally do something if something interests me about the Philippines or Vietnam. I may occasionally do something along those lines, or maybe tie it in somehow with Thailand, how it relates. But I think from now on, I need to grow my channel and do it with just strictly Thailand or Bangkok as my content. Tweedledum stuck in Da Nang. Okay. Not a bad place to be stuck in Da Nang. If you haven't been to Da Nang, you should check it out. It's a really neat city. It's a good sized city, about a million, a little over 1.2 million population, but it's right there on this long, beautiful white sand beach, and it's got everything. It's got the beach, it's got the river district, it's got mountains. You can do hiking, you can do swimming, you can do surfing, um, wind sailing, parasailing. Um, it's eating. You can do a lot of eating. If you saw my food video, my go-to places to eat in Da Nang, you can eat super cheap. You can eat super expensive, but it's a really neat city. But it's very transient. So if you want to stay there long term, I think it'd be hard to find a good community of people day in and day out that stay there. Will's getting more live stream viewers lately, thanks to your appearances. I don't know if I doubt if it's my appearances. He's always done better than me. That guy makes tons of money on YouTube. I don't know how he does it. Of course, he gets a lot of the super chats. He gets a lot of that. I don't get any of that. And Evan A, he's another YouTuber there in Vietnam that I met with and I'm friends with now. He says, if you don't ask, you won't get any, but I feel weird. So I'll do what I do. But yeah, well, Will's doing really well. His channel is blowing up. He's close to 10,000 subscribers now. Yeah, he does a great job. I want to get into a community here, YouTube community. I want to find some YouTubers here locally in Bangkok that I can collab with and just kind of do some, especially the ones that are successful, kind of pick their brain a little bit and find out, editing, things like that, get better at those things. Just to have some sort of community to meet up with. There's a couple of them I've reached out to. I haven't heard back from yet. One of them, he's Thai. I can't think what his channel name is, but he's really good. He's got a small channel, but his content is super good and his editing is really top notch too. So I'd like to meet up with him and do a collab with him. That would be kind of cool. He's not even breaking 1,000 a month. Oh, 1,000 a month is good though. I mean, I don't even come close to that with my YouTube channel. I'm lucky to make a couple of hundred a month. So if he's making 1,000 a month on YouTube, he's doing pretty well for under 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, 1,000 a month is good. I'm not even close to that. 1 month, I had that viral video that's close to 1 million views now. And that month that it took off, I made just under $1,000, 900 something for that month in my AdSense, my ad payments. That's the most I've ever made. And then it dropped down to like 500 and 400. And then there was a couple of months where I barely made the minimum of 100. So guys, if you think I'm getting rich off YouTube, you are wrong. I'm not even close to getting rich. But the money I make, I put back to my channel. So, I upgrade my equipment. I can use it to travel, pay for some travel expenses. And it's that way I kind of break even on that. And hopefully by getting better equipment, doing this travel and showing my experiences in these other places or here, hopefully that the money I put into my channel is benefiting you guys by having better content, better quality, and just a little more money put into it. So I think he said he's up to about 600 nowadays. Okay, and that's still good. If that's just your AdSense, that's still pretty good. Reach out to Ying for a collaboration. She's educated, cute, and speaks great English. I did reach out to her, but here's the problem with some of these. It's not a problem. I mean, some of these YouTubers are younger, so they naturally collab or congregate around other young YouTubers that have similar content, similar likes. And so she tends to collaborate with these other YouTubers that are closer to her age. I do collaborate with Earn Lucky Girl. I consider her a good friend now, and her and I do a collaboration. So we'll get back together again and do a couple of more things. Um, but she's super sweet. And some other YouTubers they forget where they come from. That's the problem. When they were small, they were reaching out to larger content creators to try to collaborate to try to build their channels. And once they got big, they're too good for the small people. So I will never do that. I will always pay it forward. I will always be humble. so if and I'm a small channel. I'm just over 16,000 subs now. That's still to me, that's considered small. But if there's somebody that's smaller than me and they want to collaborate with me, I'm more than happy to get them on, promote their channel. My interview videos don't do that well, though, so maybe more detrimental to them to come on my channel. You're about the oldest out of the group I watched. I think Chuck Minty might be older than you. Yeah, I'm pretty old. I'm ancient. How old is Chuck Minty? I'm not familiar with that guy. But yeah, I'm old. I don't mind saying I'm 67 years old. So I think I'm aging pretty well. I gained a little weight when I was in Vietnam, but I've already lost 5 pounds since I've been back. So that's helped. Let's see. Toronto Kimi says, good morning from Kenya. Blessings. Oh, well, good morning. Thanks for joining. We, Gio and I were just talking the other day about Kenya. He was there this year earlier, and he wants to go back. And after he was there and was telling me everything about Kenya, I want to go back. I want to go. Never been there, so I want to go. So maybe sometime next year, I'll go to Kenya. It looks like pretty awesome. I've never been to Africa, so I can mark that continent off. Be I'll try to hit every continent on my bucket list. So, but yeah, thanks for joining this morning. What time is it there in Kenya? Be interesting to know that how big a time difference we're talking about. Let's see. Welcome to Mama Africa. Oh, very cool. Is that your channel name? Do you have a YouTube channel? I'll promote it. I don't care. I'll put it on the air here. Mama Africa. That's kind of cool. It is 6:26 a.m. So you're about 4 hours behind us. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. 6:26. I got up at 5 this morning, so I can't ever sleep in late. The latest I've ever slept was like 7 since I've been out here. How did you gain weight in Vietnam? Eating Western food and drinking beer? Yes, both. Yes, you're a YouTuber. Okay, so your channel is Mama Africa? Is that your channel name? Or is it Chirona Kimi? I'll have to check your channel out. What is your channel about? What do you focus on? What's your content? Yeah, so the food's really good in Vietnam, and if you eat Vietnamese food, you don't get fat. But I didn't eat Vietnamese food. I ate pizza and cheeseburgers and steak and pulled pork sandwiches and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches and pints of Tiger beer. So yeah, I gained a good about maybe 10 pounds in the 3 weeks I was there. I think part of that was before I gained some weight when I was back in the Philippines, um, back in April and May. So yeah, it was a slow process, and so it'll be a slow process to lose it. So all right, here's Toronto Kimmy's channel. So check her out. Awesome. I got to a point where I was eating Vietnamese food for every meal. You know, Vietnamese food is good, but it's not Thai food. um, Once you go Thai, you never go back. You know, the food is so amazing. Um, I just really like it. And the Vietnamese food, to me, it's good, but it's a little bland. And yeah, you can save a lot of money eating Vietnamese food every day, but I just don't think I could do it every day. I mean, having a banh mi's, I think are overrated. The ones I've had, they're okay, just okay. Um, the pho, the bowl of pho is really good. They've got the noodles that you can, the noodle dishes. I don't know what they call them. I don't know what the names of all these dishes are, but they're very good. But you really have to spice it up to get it to a level where you've got some really good flavor. And when I can eat Western or when I can eat Thai food, I just would rather do that. There's some great places here in Bangkok to eat. Thai food, of course, everywhere. Street food is amazing here. I'm going to a Chatuchak weekend market here later on today, and I'll probably post a video on that and show you around there a little bit. If you haven't been there, it's the largest night market in Bangkok and possibly in Thailand. It's huge. They've got everything. They've got street food. They've got clothing, merchandise. They've even got this place indoors where you go in. They've got these exotic animals that I think you can purchase them, and a lot of them are. I think it's illegal. But they've got them there, and it's pretty cool just to go in. It's almost like going into a zoo. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm going there later this afternoon. I'll probably do a video of that and post that later this week or next. I got to a point where I was eating Vietnamese food every day. Okay, we already saw that. Save money in pounds. Yeah, I'll bet. I gained all your pounds. You lost pounds, I gained them. That's called sympathy pound. But that's okay. I'm not obese by any means, and I've already lost. I'm down to 205. I was 205 this morning when I weighed in. So if I can get under 200, then I'm well on my way. 185 is like ideal weight for me to feel the best, but I haven't been 185 for a while. But if I can get to 190 or 195, I'll feel pretty good. So who knew this was going to get into a diet session? But there we are. Chatting up any hotties yet? Well, no. Not really. It's not top of my list of things to do. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'll just kind of let things simmer for a while and just enjoy living back here in Bangkok and getting ready for my Thai language school and going out and eating. And did you get to know more about farming in Vietnam? No, no. Never interested me. I mean, I lived on the farm for a while when I was a kid. We had a farm, and we would live in the city during the winter, and then in the summer, we would live on the farm. And we had 82 acres, and it was right there next to a wooded area. And my older sisters would always take me on hikes my one oldest sister, especially, she was so adventurous. She would take us on these hikes. We'd go in, find these caves and these ravines that felt like it was like this wide that we had to crawl on our hands and knees to get across to the other side. I mean, I could write a movie script for my life living on the farm. I mean, we had bears, we had wild dogs that we had to handle that were coming in killing our chickens, and it was pretty wild. But that's growing up in the '60s in Nebraska, rural Nebraska. Uh, but I outgrew the farm. I'm a city boy now. I'm all city, and loving it. I love the city. I love the convenience of being in the city. So yeah, don't know anything about farming rice or those salt farms. Have you seen those salt farms? Those look pretty crazy. They've got them here in Thailand. Um, they look like rice fields, but I guess they they I don't know what they get salt out of it or somehow. I don't know how it works, but I've heard of them. I've seen them, but looks pretty crazy. Let's see. Let's see if we can get caught up here. Isn't most every young Asian girl running around a hottie? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Very few that aren't, but you will find them. But yeah, you're right. Most young Asian girls are hotties in different ways. Vietnamese women are beautiful. They've got a little wider face, almost round, but it's beautiful. Their features are just amazing. Thai women have just beautiful features. They got those beautiful eyes and that long, thin nose, and then Filipino women are just gorgeous. Chinese women are amazing. Yeah, I just really. That's why I'm here in Asia, because I like, even if I'm not dating, I can look at the scenery at least. Greetings and blessings to Russ. Yeah. Russ says, got to go, JJ, catch up on the next one. Okay. Thanks, Russ. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. So me and a couple buddies were down at Nana on Sukhumvit 4 last night, and we sat out at Stumble Inn. They've got a bar that enters. Nana Plaza is like the adult Vegas. And it's like 4 stories of 4 floors of just go-go bars, dancing girls, nude, semi-nude, whatever. They're there. But we sit on the outside, and at Stumble Inn, we sat right at the railing there to the entrance. And from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you watch all the girls that work in Nana Plaza going to work. So we get to check them all out. We watch the parade as they go in, drinking my Singha beers as I watch them go in. So that's always been fun. But we did that last night, me and a couple of buddies. Let's see. Canna Bean says Filipinos have that bad diet, grease and fried foods take a toll on their bodies after a while. Not to mention salt and sugar, a lot of salt and sugar in Philippine diets. The thing I noticed about Vietnamese and Thai women is they age so well. You can meet a 45-year-old Thai woman and she looks like she's 25. Philippine women don't seem to age that well when they get older. They don't look as good as some of the other Asian women. But not to say that there aren't some that do age well, but it's just a little few and far between, I think. Aren't some of those aggressive Asian ladies scary? Have you ever felt unsafe around them? Nah, no. Now, if you're walking up and down Nana, or if you're walking up and down Soy Cowboy, they'll grab you and try to pull you into the bar. They're trying to get customers, but they're not. I mean, they're not going to Muay Thai your ass or anything like that. Some of the lady boys probably could if they wanted to. They they look pretty mean sometimes, but no, no, I don't feel bad. Happy times. Good night, JJ. Soon midnight in Florida. Okay, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. Almost midnight in Florida. Hey, we're back in college football season. My favorite time of year. So next Friday morning, 8 a.m., I'll be either in front of a TV here or down at maybe at O'Shea's Irish Pub down in Prompong on 33 and watching Nebraska play Cincinnati in their season openers. They're at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, so it's basically a home game for Nebraska. It's supposed to be a away game, but it'll basically be a home game. You'll have about 60,000 plus Husker fans in about 65,000 total people there. So it'll be fun, but I'll be rooting on Nebraska. This is their year, baby. We win the offseason championship every year. I drink the Kool-Aid. Filipinos seem to age fast. Some by age 30 look to be 50. A lot of that is because they work in the province and they work outside, and so they just get their skin gets sun aged. And if they're in the city and they stay out of the sun, that might be a different story. But yeah, you're right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the football season coming up. And then later on this year, it'll be Six Nations. I love rugby, and I watch the Irish team. I got my Irish flag right there. That's my Irish heritage. So I'll watch the Irish rugby team for Six Nations. They did really well last year, right up until the end, and then they kind of fell apart on them. So we'll see how they do this year. But I like watching Irish rugby. It's fun. But there's a lot of things to do in Bangkok. They've got 2 Muay Thai boxing stadiums here in Bangkok. They got a newer one and an older one. So they got different kind of vibes, but they're both fun to go to. They got a big outdoor soccer or football. If you live out here, they call it football. If you live in the UK or in Australia, they call it football. We call it soccer. But they got the big stadium here. In Thailand, they got a Thai team. So I'm not sure when the season is on that, but I have not yet been to a match there, but I want to go. And now that I'm living here full time, I will definitely go. I want to get the shirt. I want to get the jersey. I want to root for my hometown team and show my colors. And so that'll be fun. Live entertainment is amazing here in Bangkok. It is. They've got so many neat live venues to come listen to really good live music. That's another reason to love Thailand. The food, the live entertainment, it's all really good. Ace Bachelor Tom says, hopefully the double trouble in Asia hottie ages good. She is getting 100 to 300 US super chats these days. Who's the double trouble? I don't know who that is. I'm not familiar with that. Is she a Filipina? Not familiar with who that is. Be careful, that sick grandpa guy has attacked Geo again, and he might be after you next. I don't care. Good. Bring it on. I know what his channel used to be like. Now all of a sudden he's holier than thou guy, but his channel used to be. That's my background. That's my channel page. I use that as my background. His channel used to be everything he's saying that other YouTubers are doing now that are bad. He used to. I saw one. I can't remember if it was a live stream or a video, but he was in Greenbelt at the malls there in Makati, and the Filipinos that work in the mall, just working at the retail stores or whatever, he would proposition them, try to get them to go to bed with him for 100 pesos. This guy's just, yeah. And then I didn't see it, but I've been told that he did a live stream in Bangkok and Nana making out with a lady boy. So I can't verify that, but yeah. So he's basically his old stuff is basically about as nasty as you can get. So anyway, so bring it on. I don't care. When he does that, I think my subscribers go up, so that's good. Penn State. Oh no, this year is their year. I think you're probably right. I hope. I liked Franklin when he was at Vanderbilt, the coach, um, but I like Vanderbilt because I love Tennessee. I love the. I was living in Tennessee back then, and he was the coach of Vanderbilt, and he brought that program to a pretty decent spot in the SEC, and then he got hired at Penn State. But I haven't really liked him much at Penn State. He seems, I don't know, seems non-authentic to me. Him and the guy at Minnesota they're kind of the same. But Nebraska goes to Penn State this year. It'll be the second to the last game of the season. Hopefully, Nebraska will be in the conversation. It'll be nice to see them go into Penn State with just one loss. That would be pretty awesome. It's probably going to be a whiteout there because I think it's probably a night game. But that would be pretty awesome if Penn State maybe undefeated or one loss and Nebraska one loss. That'd be a pretty neat matchup, wouldn't it, there, Thomas? We might have to put a wager on that game if it comes down to that, if the records are similar. He also attacked Ace, my mentor. Okay. Is it safe for Africans to travel to Vietnam? I don't think there's any problem. Yeah, Vietnam is super safe. That's probably the safest country I've ever been in. Da Nang is beautiful and safe. I've never seen any problems there. So yeah, you should be more than welcome there. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have a problem. My guess is that he has pissed off too many Philippines and YouTube bloggers. Question: if he was to disappear, would there be an investigation? I don't know. I think he's back in the Philippines now, but I think last video I saw of him, he was in Germany or something like that. But anyway, yeah. Would Philippine Antics cover the story if sick grandpa disappears? Hey, if it gets clicks, they will, because that's their channel. They're the Jerry Springer of vloggers in the Philippines. They've got a nice niche there that nobody else really covers. That's kind of their thing. So good on them. They got a good following, so they always get good. I can't get 30 people to watch my lives, but these guys get hundreds because it's all about drama. If I did something about drama, maybe I get more viewers. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I don't think Chirona, I don't think you're going to have a problem if you go to Vietnam. Are you thinking about traveling to Vietnam? And if you are, where are you thinking about going? I've been to Ho Chi Minh City. I've been to Vung Tau, which is south in the Bay Area, which is a beautiful ocean city. Very, very sleepy though, very quiet, and hardly anyone speaks English. And I've been to Da Nang, which a lot of people speak English pretty well. So you wouldn't have a problem getting around there. Ho Chi Minh City's huge, big city, very vibrant, very electric, but hard to get around because they don't have the train systems like Bangkok has. So it's easier to get around in Bangkok. So, all right, we're at an hour 51 minutes in. So we'll go for another 9 minutes. If we pick up more people on the stream, we'll stick around. But we'll see what goes on. I still got plenty of coffee. Look up that Double Trouble chick. She is looking for a new U.S. sponsor. All you need is money and able to work out at the gym. Well, no. Um, I don't sponsor anybody's channel but my own. That's it. And I barely sponsor that. Double Trouble. That's the name of her channel. Is she Filipina? Double Trouble. Let's look it up. Let's see what she looks like. Oops, got the wrong one here. Hang on. Does anybody else know who this Double Trouble is? I've never heard of her. We're going to see. Oops, I can't spell today. I'm trying to type over my microphone, so it's hard. I have to look at I have to look at the keyboard. All right, Double Trouble. I don't see. No, I don't find her. If that's her name, if that's her channel name, Double Trouble, is it two women or two people, or what's the Double Trouble? What does that mean? Here, let's try this. At Double Trouble. According to this, she has 249 subscribers. Or there's another one here that's got. Looks like there's two Double Troubles. Let's see what this one is. This one can't be it. These are two Western kids, girls. This one looks like they're, I don't know where they're from. They're not from Asia. All right, I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know who that is, so can't help you on that one. Sorry. Let's see. Ricky, aka Sick Grandpa. Yeah, Ricky Drama. Is weak old man. He sucker punched Fazio from behind several years ago. Pretty pathetic. These days, he couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag, and he's too elderly. And he looks like Fred Flintstone, right, Chugsy? I mean, he looks exactly like Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. They're Filipina. Okay, I can't find their channel, so I was trying to get Gio to go after her. Okay, I think Gio's done with Filipinas. If Gio hit that, he would be the king of all Philippine YouTubers. His consulting business would blow up. Oh my God. Oh yeah, she's hot. Somebody tell me what her channel, because I can't find it. Let me look here again. This doesn't look like Philippines, this Double Trouble that I'm looking at here. I don't know. Let me see if there are others. Yeah, you guys got to tell me if that's the Double Trouble Adventure. Is it? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. She is up there at Ern's level. What's her content about? I do village content and lifestyle. Oh, cool. Nice. Well, I will definitely, when I get done here, let me do this. Stand by. Toronto. Okay. Here, let me hang on just a second. I'm going to show your channel to the world, all 14 of us. All right, this is Toronto Kimi Kenya's channel. So Toronto Kimi Ke. So check that out and check her channel out. She does. Look at those. Are those warthogs? What are those? It's like a Tumba, right? From the Disney show, Akuna Matata. Isn't that what that is? Those are those warthogs or whatever they call them. Anyway, so that's her channel, guys. So check her out if you like. Seems like a cool channel. I might go check that out myself. Village content and lifestyle. Jugsy says, agreed. He's a clown. Oops. I posted the URL, but it did not go through. Oh, it's probably got YouTube probably blocked it because it's got a URL. Welcome to Africa in advance. I'm going to have to come. Double Trouble in Asia. Okay, that's what it is. Double Trouble in Asia. Okay, let me see. Let me do this. See if I can find it. Let's see what we have. Double Trouble in Asia. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's cute. How many subs does she have? Wow, she's got almost 54,000 subs. She doesn't need my help. That's for sure. Wow. Okay. Yeah, she definitely doesn't need my help. I typed in Double Trouble Filipina. That got me there. Okay. Yeah, it's Double Trouble in Asia. So I don't know how we got on that subject. They're very, very friendly warthogs. Okay, good. Good to know because they got those horns, right? Double Trouble in Asia. Okay. You will love them. So when you come to Kenya, ensure you visit this place. I'll give you the name of the place. You should explore every part of Kenya. Cool. Yeah. I'll need a guide. She's like another Wang posting in live streams. Wang, though, what kind of content does Double Trouble post? I mean, let me see what some of the titles on her videos. Oh, she does a lot of lives. Oh, she's live. Okay. Oh, she's in Bali. Okay. Last night before my Bali flight. Okay. So she's in Bali. So she obviously somebody's paid for that. It looks like just normal content experience. She doesn't look like she's doing anything provocative or nasty. Yeah, it looks like a normal content, kind of like Wang. Oh, is that her boyfriend there? Let's have a quickie, it says. But she's not getting a lot of views. For 53 or 54,000 subscribers, she's not getting a lot of views. Looks like her last video got 11,000. That's pretty good. But here's some other ones that got like 41, 815, 99. I wonder if those are short. Those are shorts, I guess. Okay. So I don't know. I've never heard of her. I doubt that I'll check her out, but it's very dry. Oh, every day. She posts every day. Okay. Ace Bachelor Tom, you got your username from that Dob in Angeles City, I take it. DOB. She runs around in bikini with her friends. Yeah. Well, if you got it, flaunt it, right? One warthog wanted to kiss me and I was scared, but I need to go try it. Hey, maybe he'll turn into a prince. Why replying to all this trash? I don't know. Who knows what goes on in the mind of Ricky Drama, of filthy grandpa or whatever his dirty grandpa. But yeah, I don't give it a second thought. It's kind of funny to watch him trash me, and he'll probably do. I think that's all he does. I think he just constantly watches a few channels like Geo's and a couple other guys. And as soon as he sees their video that morning, he'll post a video about it, that like a reaction video the next hour. I think he watched like 4 YouTubers the day before yesterday, and he posted 4 videos that same day about those 4 videos he watched, and complaining about them. So, but you know what? I think he's trying to dig in a little niche there that might take off. You never know. But yeah, we'll see. Oh my Lord. I got a super chat. Oh, thanks for the live. Just joined now. Unfortunately working. Jack Thompson. Thank you so much. Here, I actually made this just for this event, just for this. Woo! I need to get sound effects to go with that. But there you go. That's for you, Jack. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. That's really super cool. I appreciate that so much. 1999. Wow. I wonder how much YouTube takes out of that. Probably about 2/3. Chugsy says, nice. Yeah, Jack, you're an awesome dude, man. That's fantastic. I appreciate that a lot. I'll watch it on replay. You're welcome. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely watch it on replay. It'll post shortly after I'm done here. But I'll stay on. I don't know where are you watching from, Jack? I take it you're probably in the West somewhere, and it's late at night, or you're heading to work or something. So, but where are you watching from? I'd like to know that. I'd give you a shout out. Maybe I'll start doing a map. That would be kind of cool. If I get to my new place and make my studio, maybe I'll put a big map of the world behind me, and then I can put a pin on every person where they've watched from, or where they're from. Northwest U.S. Okay, so what, the Washington, Oregon area? Is that what you're saying? So that would be, you would be, let's see, it's 11:42. So like 20 minutes till 10 in the evening there, Saturday evening. Is that right? Blessings, Jack. Yeah, everybody's giving you high fives. That's awesome. Oregon. Okay, neat. Never been there. Never been to the Great Northwest. In fact, I've only been to California a couple of times, and that was just the LA airport or San Francisco airport. I've never actually been set foot outside of the airports in LA or San Fran. 11:02 in Bloomington. 11:02. How is it 11:02? Oh, okay. I can't read. I can't read my clock on my screen. 11:02. Yeah, you're exactly 12 hours behind me. It's 11:02 a.m. Sunday morning here. So cool beans. Let's see. Well, we're blessings to you, Jack Thompson. God bless you. That's awesome. Jack, man, you're getting complimented everywhere. Yeah, 9:02. That's what I couldn't read my clock. I thought it said 42, not 02. It's fun. Coast, mountains, desert, all the above. Nice. Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything. America's great. They got such great things around there. It's just, we just don't know how to take care of it, I guess. 11:02 Central Time. Yeah. North Vancouver here. Okay, so North Vancouver. I'm not real familiar with Canada. So is Vancouver, is that West Coast, or is that East, or somewhere in the middle? Let's see. Vancouver is, I don't know where Vancouver is. I know where Winnipeg is. I know where Toronto is, and Ottawa. And Vancouver's way west, right? So you're like right next to Seattle, right? What's your favorite food or most or meal host? Favorite food, I guess a good prime rib, nice big fat juicy rare prime rib. That's about this big around, with baked potato with lots of butter and sour cream, salt and pepper, and that would be the best meal. I like the traditional Thanksgiving, Christmas turkey. Those dinners are, I just thinking of it makes me smell like when you're in your house growing up as a kid. At least for me, growing up in the Midwest, the United States, and turkey was the dinner of choice for Thanksgiving and Christmas too. So 2 times a year we got that big Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas turkey dinner with the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and gravy and the candied yams and the green bean casserole, and what else? Pumpkin pie with whipped cream. I mean, that would probably be my last meal. If I was on death row and they said, "What's your last meal?" It would either be that prime rib dinner or the Thanksgiving dinner. Other than that, it would be Thai food. I love Thai food, like the pad Thai or pad krapao or things like that. Something really spicy. So that would be my go-to meals. But I like chicken. Like right outside, there's a husband and wife, elderly couple that sets up their stand every day, and they fry chicken, and I have that. It's like 20 baht for a piece of chicken, so I'll have that 1 or 2 times a week. It's super good. We're border city, West Coast, to 2 hours drive to North Seattle. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you're way over there, Northwest. I saw that Geo hooked up with Ern. Did you go to her coffee shop? Yeah, I introduced him when he was here. I didn't take him to her coffee shop. We met at the park, or we met at one of the malls. We met in I think Quartier Mall on Sukhumvit, and they did a video outside of the Starbucks there. But yeah, I introduced them. So they did a couple of videos together. Hey, JJ, let's go. Hey, you want to come on? You want to come on the stream? Let's see. Hang on. I got to get caught up. If you look at the beginning of the chat, I posted the link if you want to come on, Geo. Let me get to the top here again. There's I don't know if I can copy that or not. I can't. But there's the link at the very top. But so here's the link. If you want to get on the link there, Geo, you're more than welcome to join. Let's see what became of Rike, another old legend who basically vanished like Tim K. I think he's still doing content. I think he's tried to rebrand his channel, kind of get away from what he was doing before. and he's doing more of a faceless YouTube content channel now. But I don't really follow much of the YouTubers. I never followed him really. I didn't know much about him. I saw some of Old Dog's videos before I moved out to the Philippines. Saw some of his videos, Geo, Mark Thornton, those guys. Those guys would probably be on the, if you're talking about expat YouTubers in Dumaguete and building a Mount Rushmore, those guys would be on it probably. Geo is in the house. Rike's still around, yeah. Just does AI, no face videos. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Geo Double Trouble is Asia is your next hookup. I think Geo's done with Filipinas. I'm not sure though. I guess you never say never, right? Finally caught one of your lives. Thank you, Army Guy Travels. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on board. Oh, you're at that condo. Oh, you're looking at that condo. Okay, cool. You found your new home. Nice. So can we do the big reveal is where you're at right now? You know, what country you're in right now? Can we do that big reveal on my channel? Mark Thornton was a legend. He interviewed me. When I first started my channel, he interviewed me. Not to say that's special because he'll just grab anybody off the street and interview. So yeah, but I got interviewed by Mark Thornton. So yeah. Let's see. Let's hear from Geo. I don't want to spill the beans until he gives me the okay to tell everybody where he's at. But all right, we're at 2 hours and 14 minutes. We still got 17 on, so we'll keep going. Anybody else want to jump on? We've gone through a lot of topics. We talked about Da Nang. We talked about my Thai language school that I signed up for yesterday. We can rehash some of those things if you want. Anybody that's new to the chat, new to the live, he's in Hua Hin, I bet. I like Hua Hin. That's a neat city. The beach is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It's a very quiet community, smaller. Not a lot to do there, but there's some things to do. But I don't know. It's cheap, super cheap to live there. I don't know if I would want to live there permanently, but visiting is okay. There are some adult areas there, like Wonderland's got a cool, neat little bar area you can go to. But are we placing bets on where Geo is ending up? If Geo ever hooked up with Double Trouble in Asia, he would be a god level. Is she that great? Really? Is she that great? Is anybody that great? I'll tell you the one she's cute. I'm looking at her channel now. Yeah, she's cute, but she got a boyfriend, right? She got one short here where it's 3 weeks ago and she's laying in bed with some tattooed dude, looks to be about 50. Yeah, so I don't know. She's probably taken. So if anybody's interested in that, you're probably out of luck. Trouble in Asia, Double Trouble in Asia, Geo. That's her channel. If they say the train from Singapore to Bangkok is one of the world's great rides, beautiful, deep south Thailand is another world, Muslim Thailand. Yeah, that would be kind of a neat thing. And I guess they reopened up the Thailand. What's it called? There's another train. They're going from Bangkok to Kuala Lumpur, and they reopened that. And that looks like a neat train ride too. They're long rides, but if you're in one of those sleeper units, that would be kind of neat. A lot better than riding a bus, that's for sure. Top 2 current Filipina hotties. Oh, the girls on Double Trouble. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so I got you. They're sisters, is that right? I'm a simple Filipina who's living a simple life and dreaming to travel the world. I'm here to entertain my people. Okay. So it looks like one, but maybe that she's got a sister or somebody that jumps on with her all the time too. Double Trouble and the Off-Grid Family Hottie. How did we mutate into talking about hottie YouTubers? I need to do more collaboration, I guess, with these hottie YouTubers. But most of their subscribers are all simps, so they probably wouldn't want to subscribe to my channel. They are all sisters. Wow. Okay. Cool. Separate. All right. Okay. Caught up. Okay, here we go. Let me see what else we got. Did you ever get to a point of giving up on YouTube? Not to a point where I'm just ready to give it up. I've gotten frustrated and discouraged a few times. It's so weird. It's so random. YouTube is. I mean, my viral video, the one that's got 930,000 views or something, it's not a great video. I mean, the audio is not good. I had my old mics then, and the audio was bad. But I got tons of views on it. And so it's like, how did that happen? You know? And then I'll do one, I'll think, this is a great video. And I spent all this time on coming up with the idea and kind of scripting it out a little bit. And then, you know, the shooting of the video and then the editing where I'm doing lots of B-rolls and I'm doing transitions and I'm thinking, this is awesome. And I post it and I spent probably, 12 hours on just that one video and I get 300 views. So it's like, so YouTube's so random, and so I've just kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm never going to be I'm never going to hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm never going to get, $100 of super chats every time I post a live stream or whatever. I'm never going to get another viral video. That was a one in a lifetime thing. Because if you look at my analytics, if you take away that viral video, I'm barely monetized. I'm barely to a point of monetized. I could show you here. Let me bring up my dashboard and I'll show you the video that got me monetized. Well, not got me monetized, but got me the most views and most money. Let's see. How can I? Okay, how do I get rid of this? I gotta hang on. Give me a second. I gotta find it. Thing I don't like about the YouTube dashboard is the dashboard that you have on your mobile device is like completely different than the desktop. So some of the things you can do on your mobile device, you can't do on your desktop and vice versa. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass to navigate through all of them. Let me see. So I'm looking for this big viral video and I'll show you the analytics from it. And this was over a year ago and I'm still getting views on it. I don't mind sharing. Here we go. All right, so let's do the analytics. All right, let me share this screen with you guys. Okay, so this was my one and only viral video. It's gotten 931,269 views since it was published over a year ago. It's still getting 300 views every 48 hours or that. So you can see my real time. So 931,000 views since publishing, 83,000 watch hours. And you can see, so this says 931,000 views. That's 926,000 more than usual. 83,000 watch time hours, which is 82,000 more than usual. 11,000 subscribers. So you take this video away, and I'm at 5,000 subscribers. So I'm barely anything. And I've made $4,400 off of that one video. So you're thinking, so that's another thing. You're thinking, oh, almost 1 million views. I bet he made $100,000 off that. No, I made $4,456. So I don't get rich off that, but yeah. So my reach is what I've had over 9 million impressions, which is YouTube showing my video out there 9 million times. My click-through rate, which is when somebody actually clicks on the video to watch it, 7.3%, which is still really, really good. And there's my views there. So, and this breaks down all the, this is interesting, 17.8% from Facebook. If you want to see, let's see, who's watching it, 15% Philippines, from the Philippines. So here, engagement. Here, let's go to this. Let's go to audience. So my audience, most of them watch it on TV and then mobile phone. This is actually pretty good. 21% female watch this video. That's higher than most of my average is about 6% female audience, or 7 maybe. There's the age breakdown of who watched this video. So the majority are 65 and over, followed by 55 to 64. And then here's where they watched it. 42% from the United States, 30% from the Philippines, then Canada, Australia, United Kingdom. So, and only less than 1% of the people who watch this video are subscribed, which is crazy that all these people that watched my video did not subscribe, weren't subscribed to my video when they watched it. They may have subscribed afterwards, but anyway. So there you go. Now you saw what the back scene of the behind the scenes of my channel looks like. I owe my wealth all to that one video. My extended wealth. Oh my gosh. That's it. I would be nothing without that one video. And I've tried to recreate it and it doesn't work. Why aren't the Marcos family all in jail? You know how much Ferdinand and Imelda stole from that country. I don't know. I don't get into politics. Hopefully not love the channel. Oh, okay, cool. 930,000 views. Congratulations. Yeah, you're welcome. Or thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was crazy. What when I first posted that video, it was doing okay, and then like the next day or that night or something, it started shooting up. Just the line went from hockey stick to right up right up a wall, and I couldn't believe it. Every hour I check my analytics, and I gained like 10,000 views every hour. So it was nuts. It's like, man, that's the coolest feeling in the world. That's why you have to do most videos of what you want to do and some clickbait ones. Right. And that's what I do. It's like, you know what? I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm never going to have another viral video like that. I'm never going to get 100,000 subscribers. I'm never going to get 100,000 or 50,000 views every video. I'm going to get between 700 and 2,000 views per video on average. Sometimes maybe more, sometimes maybe less. And I'm just going to post stuff that I think people want to see. You know, that's my experiences to help other people. And whatever happens, happens. Boom. You did a good job. Thank you. 24,000 likes. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that was crazy. That was neat. And the comments, I couldn't keep up with all the comments. I still get comments on that. So happiness is greater than money. Absolutely. Yeah, you got that right, Jack. And I'm happy. This is the best years of my life. I'm going to do a video coming up. I watched a podcast the other day of a football coach, and I don't know if it was his quote or if he was quoting somebody else, but I'm going to steal it. And the quote was, let me see if I can find it. I wrote it down, but it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm going to use it. And he goes, I've had a good life. And then he says, stop enjoying your life, start living your life. And that just made perfect sense. So I'm going to do a video that's kind of around that. And I'll probably get only 300 views from it, but I don't care. I'm going to do something that's kind of, deep. That's awesome for you. I'm happy. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Did you optimize the video before uploading, or you just uploaded, then it went viral? I'm not sure what you mean by optimize. I just upload my videos. I upload them as unlisted, and then once they go through all the checks and they say, we've done all your checks and everything's good, I have no copyright issues or anything like that, then I'll schedule a date for it to go public. And then right now with my membership page, once it goes through all the checks and it's good, I post it immediately to my membership page. So anybody who's a member can watch that video before anybody else, before it goes public. And then usually 2 or 3 days after it's been in the membership section, then I schedule it to go public. So Jack Esquire, I have a week's vacation coming up. How about I show up and we go out drinking, but promise I will always be on my best behavior. I will make every stupid expat mistake possible. Well, yeah, I could. Have you been to Bangkok, Tom? Have you been here? And where are you right now? Because 1 week, if you're coming from, say, the U.S., 1 week's not a lot of time because your travel time, that's 22 hours. That's like a day each way. So now you're cut down to like 5 days. So, but if you're in the area, if you're in Southeast Asia, say the Philippines or somewhere, yeah, just hop on 3-hour flight over here. Yeah. You could title the video Ace Bachelor Tom's Downfall in Bangkok. Ace Bachelor Tom's One Night in Bangkok Fail. Money is good, but it's not the source of happiness. I'm not rich, but I'm happy. That's important. You got to be happy. That's why I'm not working. That's why I retired early, because I wanted to be happy. I didn't want to be stressed out anymore. So, yeah. All right. What else is going on, chat? Well, what's on your mind? Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. That helps the algorithms too. Looks like I got 12 likes. But let's do that. Let's hit that like button. And that way, um, when this posts for replay, it gets out the algorithm better. YouTube pushes it out more. In Minnesota right now, it would be a waste to show up after a nightmare plane flight, then have to go home. Yeah, if you can get 2 weeks, that would be ideal. You know, I don't want to discourage you from coming, because you still have 5 nights, which you can get a lot. You can get a lot done in 5 nights. You can do a lot of damage in 5 nights here in Bangkok, Tom. But yeah, the longer the better would be really good. I'm 4 to 5 years out, moving to the Philippines and Thailand. Okay, cool. Yeah, keep plugging along. I'm heading to Da Nang next week. I hope it doesn't rain too much. Yeah, you're just in the start of the rainy season. So the good news is it doesn't rain. It won't be, I don't think it's raining a lot there. I mean, when it does, it's like a couple hours a day, but it's cooler, and it's more pleasant, and you're going to be in the extreme heat like you would be if it was a month or two ago. But you do have to kind of dodge the rain here and there. So I think you should be okay up until the first part of September. Then you start getting into the monsoon season in Da Nang. So I think you'll be all right. I mean, it's Da Nang. You'll love it. Excuse me. All right, chat. We're at 2.5 hours, still going strong. What's on your mind? I'll answer any questions. We talked about my school, my Thai language school that I signed up for. We talked about that first hour. If you weren't here for that, when I got back from Da Nang on Friday, the next morning, I went to Sandy School of Thai Language down in Rama 4 or Rama 9. And I signed up for Thai language classes. I signed up for the 8-month course, levels 1 and 2. The cost was 25,200 baht, which, let me do the conversion here. So 25,200 baht is about $778. So I paid that. I used Wise to transfer money over for that, because it wouldn't take my bank card for whatever reason. So with the fees on that, it came to about $785 US. So $8 transaction fee with Wise. That's really good. So I paid for that. It'll be about 6 to 8 weeks before they get my registration all done with immigration and get my my visa okayed for a education visa, and then they'll message me, and I'll meet them at immigration, and then I'll get my stamp. I'll get my education stamp. I'll have to pay 2,000 baht to do the education visa. Let me plug my phone in. It's almost dead. So 2,000 baht is $62, about $62. So I'll pay that. And then I'll have to extend 2 more times in that 8-month period, 2 more times or 3 more times, which is 1,900 baht each time. So that's about $59. So the whole thing's going to cost me with the extensions, the visa extensions, that will cost me about 770 or 7,700 baht for all the extensions. So that's about $237. So you figure the 785 plus the 237, that's just a little over $1,000 total for my education. So excited about that. Hopefully things will go well. I'll do videos on that to keep you guys updated on what's going on with that. Let's see what else we have here. What did you miss about Bangkok when you were in Da Nang? The food, mainly the food and the live entertainment. Although there was some decent live entertainment in Da Nang, a couple of nights there that I found, but nothing compared to Bangkok. And I don't know. That's the two main things: the food and just the fact that this feels like home now. So it's always good to go on vacation, but it's always good to get back. And every time I leave, I kind of miss Bangkok. I just miss the energy that it gives off. Even if you're not doing anything, if you're just traveling around, even on the trains, I love riding the trains. It's really neat. And yeah, I just love the vibe about it. And that's what I miss: the vibe, the food, the live music, the good beer. You seem like a smart guy and watch your channel and not criticizing you here. What happens if you fail that language class? That's what I would be afraid of. Yeah, I thought about that. If I fail, I fail. I can't get my money back. So that's $1,000. But so it's 8 months for the 2 levels and then another 6 months for level 3. But if I don't do well, she told me that I can retake level 2 instead of doing level 3 again. So that's my whole plan, to do 14 months total, and then move that after I'm done with that, move into a retirement visa. Now, I think you have to, with an education visa, after 12 months, you have to reapply or leave the country and come back. So when I get close to that, we'll figure out. And I'm not a smart guy. I'm not a smart man. Good to know. Thanks. I can see it now from Sick Grandpa. JJ fails school and goes back home crying. Yeah. What a loser, bro. That's how he sounds. If you don't know who Sick Grandpa is, his whole shot is like right there, just his head. And he looks down at the camera so you can see right up his nose. And he looks like Fred Flintstone. And he repeats everything about 12 times. Bro, you're a loser. You're such a loser, bro. And he's usually drunk, like at 10 in the morning. So you got that going for him. So anyway, that's my impression of Sick Grandpa, a.k.a. Ricky Drama. All right. It is, what time is it? 11:38. I've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. This has been pretty fun. My friends are heading to Chatuchak weekend market. So I think I'm going to go meet them there. And then maybe do a video from there. Let's see what else is going on. I'll get caught up with this and then call it a night or call it a day, wherever you're from. Just kidding, of course. That Sick Grandpa guy's a jerk. How dare he attack Ace? Right. There is so much drama in Philippine YouTubers, especially in Dumaguete and Angeles City. Those two places seem like it just attracts the dramatic losers. But anyway, we're going to call it good, guys. Thanks again for stopping in this morning. I'll be back on live again next Sunday morning for my coffee and chat with you guys. Maybe we'll have a special guest. I haven't decided yet. I haven't figured out who I would have on yet, but you never know. But thanks for coming on board. Flynn says, do you go to a gym in Bangkok? Now I'm back here. I've got my fitness center in my condo, which is a really nice one. So I'll get back into that routine now that I'm back. So yeah, definitely get back into that. Peace. Keep on going. Keep on keeping on. Yeah. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for the super chat. I do appreciate that from Jack Thompson. That was awesome. And that'll buy me lunch today and a couple other days too. So, but thanks again for coming on board today. And I appreciate you guys. And we'll talk to you again next Sunday. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. Hit the like button before you sign out today. And if you want to become a member and see videos before anybody else, go to my membership page. It's only 99 cents a month. So I'd appreciate that too if you want to do that. And until next time, as always, live life, my friend. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.